Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all really well. Today's video is what I'm called an unmotivated clean with me. So I decided to put a wash on. So I popped these purple towels into the washing machine and I'm just setting up the wash because on this particular day I was not feeling it at all. I just wasn't feeling cleaning at all. But the house just really needed to be picked up, so I thought, well, if I put a wash on, that'll motivate me. I'll do some cleaning while it's washing. I did nothing. So when those towels were finished, I thought, well, it's a nice day, let's hang it on the line, which is what I did, because I knew they'd clean quite quickly. And then I had a little look around downstairs, so the kitchen was a bit messy. That blanket's there to stop the dog weeing on the radiator cover, which is a favourite of his at the moment. The front room was a little bit messy. I'd just had some lunch. The dining table was a mess because I'd brought a lot of stuff home from school, including lots of end of year gifts, which I hadn't filmed yet or sorted out at all. So, and there was washing drying everywhere. I decided to put another wash on. So I got the light wash, shoved that in the machine. I thought, right, while this wash is doing, let's make a start. And I also went for a shower. I thought, well, that will motivate me. Get showered, get dressed, etc. You'll be fine. And do you know what I did while this wash was happening? Nothing. I did absolutely nothing again. So I took this load out and I put that also onto the line outside. There was a rubber glove that a fox had chewed up, and there was lots of dog poo around the garden, so I picked that up. Then I put some dark washing in, and I thought, right, this is the third load of washing you've done this day. You need to do something, at least something. So I sat down again and I did nothing for a while, and I thought, right, this is enough. Let's put some motivational music on. So I put on Black Veil Brides, which is one of my favourite bands. So I listen to a lot of rock and metal music. Matt hated it when we got together. He's a rap man. Or R&B and things like that, but he's actually started to get into some of this heavier stuff. So I decided that the only thing for it was going to be Black Veil Brides. This is Goodbye Agony. It's one of my favourite songs because I like the video, and I absolutely love the lead singer, who is Andy Black. So I thought we could just enjoy the beginning of this video. It's very dramatic, and I just enjoy watching it. It's a nice little hair flick coming along. Here he goes. Oh, there we go. And so I thought, right, let's put some music on that I'm going to enjoy, and then let's make a start. But to begin with, let's just have a little watch. Let's just enjoy the beginning of this video together, because this is a beautiful man with a beautiful voice. Actually, if you're into this kind of music, 100% recommend that band. So I started off in the kitchen because it was mostly things that needed to be put away. I'd done some shopping the day before and that was still out on the sides. We've always got recycling hanging about. Despite the fact that we've got a double bin now, we're terrible for it. Had a bit of rubbish in the cupboards. Needed to put the toaster away. I'd had some beans on toast for lunch. So I just started by putting bits away. I'd bought a load of dog food for the dog. Obviously, not for us. So I just put that away. I tend to put it away. I know this is a bit anal, but I tend to put it away and mix up the flavours so that when we take one from the drawer, it's always a different flavour. So he doesn't have the same flavour again and again, because we wouldn't like that either. So I just put all of the pouches and the full dishes away. These are the only brands that we found that he really enjoys, well, that he'll tolerate eating. He's not really a dog food fan, to be honest. So we sort of mix it up with some fresh meat as well. Then I'd bought in some little doggy chocolate chip cookies, so I popped those in a bag and put them away. Had some flowers from a child that needed to be in a vase, some first aid supplies that needed to be put away. I think that was from clearing out the cupboard the other day. And this is school stuff that needs to go upstairs. But yeah, just sort of whizzed around the kitchen, just sort of forcing myself to clear up a little bit. And then I cleaned all the kitchen, and so I'm going to start playing some music for you to enjoy while I finish cleaning the kitchen. And I have decided to go for something a little bit rockier. It might not be your cup of tea, but it's definitely mine, and this is what would have motivated me on this day. So please enjoy the music. So you'll notice I'm actually chopping up some veg and I've got some chicken in the wok. That's because I'd procrastinated for so long. It was now actually the evening, but I was still feeling incredibly lazy, and this is such a comfort food for us. It's one of the easiest dinners that I make, and it's really, really tasty. So I'll talk you through that in a little bit. But this is me. I've chopped up red onion, red pepper and chorizo, and there's chicken frying off. In fact, I'll just tell you the recipe now. You literally fry chicken until it's done. You add the veggies until they start to go a little bit softer. Then you add the chorizo. In a separate pan, you will boil pasta, and then I mix it all up in my, I call it my witch's cauldron. It's from IKEA. Just cleaning the sink, gonna give it a good old shine. I call it my witch's cauldron from IKEA. It's a big metal pot, and we use 2 jars of Lloyd Grossman tomato and garlic sauce. Literally mix it all together, and it is such a yummy dinner. So here I am just adding the veggies. You can see the chicken's cooked. So I'm just adding, you could add other veggies as well. You could add whatever you wanted, but this is just what we enjoy. And as I say, this is just such a comfort food for me, and a really easy dinner to cook while I'm cleaning. So I'm just cleaning out the glass bottles that we keep our detergent and fabric softener in, because we've changed brands. So just cleaning the glass bottles and then refilling those. This is where I keep all my laundry stuff. I don't have children, so it doesn't matter that it's out and in glass bottles. And then just clearing that little corner. That's always a little catch-all spot for us. Just stirring the dinner. The water's boiling, so I'm now going to add some pasta. And I bought this spiral pasta spirali from Asda. I quite like this one, so I use about half a bag, because when I make this dinner, there's enough for lunch the following day. We don't just eat this amount of pasta for dinner. So here I am just pouring in the 2 glass jars of Lloyd Grossman. You could use any pasta sauce, but I'm literally obsessed with the taste of this pasta sauce. If we make burritos, this is the same sauce that we use. I've made up like my own burrito recipe. It's nothing like actual burritos. I literally just made up a dinner one day and we love it. And we use the same sauce for that as well. And then I'm literally just going to pour all the chicken, the meat and the vegetables in there. Give it a good old stir and let the sauce start to warm up, because the longer you warm the sauce up for, sort of the more the flavour kind of gets absorbed throughout the meal. And then once the pasta's done in a little while, I'll add it, but I don't think I filmed that. And then I'll mix it all together.
Falling headlong into the inside round.
absolute rubbish bags just by clearing that kitchen. I'm always astounded by how much we clear out. And then I decided I had this tiny little bit of pear gin left, this Copperberg gin. I'm not a huge fan of it, which is why it's taking me so long to get through the bottle. So I said to Matt, let's have a drink. It was a Friday evening, I believe. And yeah, I just shared the gin between our 2 glasses. I've got this beautiful tulip glass that Matt's mum bought me for my birthday. And then he's just got a standard plain one because he doesn't have a fancy one. And he decided to have tonic. So I've got these little tonic cans that my mum got for us a little while ago. So I'm just going through those. But I needed something a bit sweeter with this gin because, as I say, it's not my favourite flavour, so I went for some lemonade. I do love a bit of Schweppes. It's my favourite brand of lemonade. That or R Whites, actually, depending. If I'm just drinking lemonade, I'd have R Whites, but in a gin, Schweppes is better.
All I want is to be carried away.
Now, this is much later in the evening. We sat and had dinner, and then I wasn't going to do anything else because, as I say, I literally was so unmotivated. But I had borrowed this carpet cleaner from my parents and I had to give it back the following morning, and I suddenly realised and went, no! So I literally just forced myself. I pulled the rug out. I always do the back side of the rug because sometimes if there's been an accident from the dog, obviously it goes all the way through, so I tend to kind of attack the rug from both sides. So I turned it upside down first, filled up the carpet cleaner with the actual carpet cleaner and water, and my dad always takes the top half off to store it, so you just saw me sort of screwing it back together, and I did the back side of the rug. As I say, it just, for me, I just feel like it's cleaner if I do both sides. Once I'd done that, Matt gave me a hand flipping it back over because this is a really heavy rug. And then he decided to take the dog out for a walk. So this is me just getting his lead. He gets ever so excited when he knows he's going out. But we tend to, at the moment, only take him in the evening because obviously because of the heat during the day, it's not good for him. So handed all his bits over to Matt and they went out for a bit, which gave me some time to clean all the carpets and stuff. So I started off with the rug, gave it a good old hoover, and then I used the carpet cleaner on it.
I get dressed up to go downtown. I'm all messed up on a Friday night. Not really here for a good time, but if you're up for drinks and a good crowd, raise your glass to the sky. Let's toast to that. All these people can stare. I don't care about that. This is my pity party. I'm gonna cry all night and I'll flip the bird at the guys. I don't need nobody. This is my pity party.
And I'm always astounded by the colour. Just from this one rug, it's absolutely filthy. I'll show it a little bit closer in a second. So many bits in the rug and just absolutely filthy water. And then the main reason I borrowed the carpet cleaner was because the dog has a really awful habit of weeing on our furniture. There was a stain on the top of this footstool, which is why I've done the top part of it. He doesn't wee up there, but he does wee on the sides. So you'll see me do this half moon footstool. You'll see me do the cushion of the swivel armchair because again there was a stain on it. I do a couple of patches on the sofa where I know that he's weed, but the main bit of furniture that I have to do quite a lot of attention to is the other footstool, our rectangle footstool where we keep our blankets. That is somewhere where he goes quite often, and you'll see the colour of the water is just filthy, so you'll see that a couple of times.
I'll dance on top of the bar. I won't come down on it. Yeah, I'll just do what I want. This is my
So I did have to do quite a few passes on each side of this footstool because there was a lot more on here than I thought there were. There must have been a lot of weaves that we missed. So you'll see the top half while I'm pulling the carpet cleaner back is just coming back quite white. But when I do the bottom half, I'm not sure how fast I made this footage. It's actually really yellow. Oh, I made it too fast. So you can't really tell. But I think on the very last side, I slowed it down a little bit. So you might see it there. That was a particularly bad side. Because I'd done all 4 sides of this footstool, I just did the top as well, just to make sure that the fabric doesn't discolour. And this is the one that he tends to jump on a lot once he's been in the garden. And then I couldn't believe, again, the colour of the water. So I had only borrowed this carpet cleaner about a month before. You can see it's just wee that we're pulling out of this, just pure wee, so it's absolutely disgusting. Thank you a lot, Chester, I really appreciate it. And then that was it. That's all I could do on this particular day. That's just the last bit of garlic bread left over. And I just looked around and I thought, my house is a mess. There's stuff in literally everywhere. My bud's dying. There's rubbish everywhere. My table's covered. And then I'd looked around and I saw the time. And it was 9:45 in the evening on a Friday. I thought, nope. Oh, sorry, the dog's back to bark. I thought, no, not a chance. I'm not doing any of this today. And I just gave up. I went to bed. I hope you enjoyed watching. Give me a thumbs up if you did. And I'll see you in my next video. Gotta go because the dog started to growl. Love you all. Bye.